Hello and welcome to Microsoft Hates Greg. My name is Greg Deckler, and lately we've been doing, been on a bit of an AI kick here using ChatGPT 01 and 01P. And so we had good luck, right, in terms of using ChatGPT to create custom connector. We created the Asana connector that worked out really well with power, using ChatGPT. That was 01P, I think, when I did that. And then I just had some sessions with Brian Julius. And the O1P kind of stumbled on the order fulfillment DAX measure, but the O1 just crushed it, right? So really good success there. And coming out of the discussion, I was like, hey, I should try to create a custom visual using, O1, a ChatGPT O1, and maybe I can have it solve measure totals, right? Hey, just create me and here's the prompt, right? Create a Power BI custom visual that mimics the native table visual, but provides the option for the total row to either sum the rows of the table or calculate the total normally. And I fed it some information about custom visuals in that. And so it goes through and it literally thought for a couple of seconds, okay? And it returns all, it talks about project setup and how to install the stuff. And I actually had forgotten that I'd made a video on creating custom visuals. It was literally just like didn't do anything custom. I just literally just like created the project and then showed how to package it and that sort of stuff. I had to go back and read all of that. But this actually does a pretty good job of explaining what you need to do in order to set things up, right? NPM install and all of that sort of stuff, PBI viz. I'm not sure if all of this is absolutely correct, but it's pretty close. So then it comes back and here's the capabilities, right? And then some more information. And then here's an example code snippet. So this is like, visual.ts and all that. So anyway, long story short, I went ahead and created the project. And it's like you do something like PBI viz and then new and then, blah, again, and I named it like banana pickle math or something like that. Banana pickle table is what I called it. And anyway, and I didn't use the capabilities because when I pasted the capabilities in that ChatGPT gave me, if I copy this and I replace it with that, see, I was getting these error underscores, which I was like, okay, something's not quite right there. So anyway, so I didn't use that. Undo that. There we go. And then, and then I went ahead and under source, under visuals.ts, I went ahead and just pasted in what it gave me, right? It gave me this code here. So I just copied this code and then pasted it in. And the only thing I had to change was we named the export class table with custom total. And I had to change that back to visual. So export class visual, because I was getting an error where it's like, hey, you're not exporting anything called visual. I'm like, oh, I guess it must be called visual. It has to be called visual. So that's literally the only code that I had to change. And as you can see, then I was able to, compile it and package it into a PBI viz file and then import it. And there it is. I mean, and it really is, it's a table visual. I mean, now it doesn't actually support the custom total, unfortunately. If it would have done it on the first try and actually would calculate and had an option in the formatting so I don't have a visuals tab here. But if it would have actually like created the visuals tab and had like a toggle for the total that allowed me to just add these two together, I would have, I don't know what I would have done, but I would have been crazy impressed. But it actually does. I mean, it is a table more or less. It's a little hokey in terms of like I drag something additional in here. I guess it adds the title in there and things like that. But I don't know. It's okay. But I mean, but I literally it generated this in a couple of seconds. So again, I'm not super familiar with TypeScript and I'm not the world's foremost JavaScript expert either. So it's going to take me a little time to puzzle through like what I need to do in order to get this thing to do what I want it to do. But I thought I'd just share that, hey, can you create a custom visual and, tell it what you want and will it work? I mean, yes, you can apparently. And it's as simple as just typing it in a chat GPT and letting it go for a couple of seconds. It can come back and create a custom visual for you. So there's lots to explore with this. I'm kind of I mean, this opens up a whole new world for not just custom totals, but I've had a few different custom visuals that I've had in my brain over the years. So maybe I'll take a look at it. But yeah, it just makes you wonder, what the core visuals team is really doing out there when it's like, guys, aren't you using your own tools? Like, feed it your code and tell it what you want to change about your visual and have it do it for you, man. I mean, this stuff shouldn't take, decades to improve upon your core visuals when it's literally this easy to code it. It's literally just a couple seconds in ChatGPT. So, all right, well, that's all I had for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.